working on the. I guess he was working on the student UI supported for. And so I met with him yesterday to talk about some of his ideas behind these different little widgets. And so my goal this quarter is to implement something that looks like this, something that has well-defined inputs and outputs for the widgets, so that it's coder-friendly, sort of application that people can start implementing and sewing together with other modules in this project. And so, it might be kind of hard to read, but yeah, my goal is to have a GUI ready to insert into our Moodle activity plugin with the highest priority widgets or the functionality we want to offer to the students in a coder-friendly and integration-ready state. And so me and James actually made some changes to this list, but these are some of the modules or the widgets on the student side of things that we think are important, and then I'm going to try to have skeletons, working skeletons for by the end of this quarter, and so I'll just read them off. But there's obviously the video player and the notes area are two most important, and you saw the basic idea of what those are supposed to do on the previous slide. I'm going to have something a little bit more user-friendly, maybe like a what you see is what you get editor to actually give students incentive to want to take notes on something. That's not just a text box. Video player, so we're thinking about whether we should stick with the YouTube player or there's a YUI, a HTML5 player. There's some other players that might be better, looking into that. And then, there's a search bar, a tag cloud, daily syllabus. These are just items from Jared's wireframe. The notes density bar, which I think some people did some work on, maybe last quarter. And some different buttons, ability to submit questions, submit your ideas, and have those aggregate into the experience for everyone. The technologies I'll be using, at least for this prototype, are HTML, CSS, and UE3. UE is Yahoo User Interface, which is a state-of-the-art JavaScript library that's cross-browser compatible, and so it'll be as bug-free as we can get it. And I've used UE2 in the past, and so I'm just learning UE3, and it looks really like a great library to use. It's really fast. And then finally, I just have a diagram. This is what the student will see, and then I just divide it up into functionalities called widgets. And my goal is to have the inputs and outputs well defined, and then be able to plunk everything from here on down into our Moodle activity by the end of the quarter, and have it ready for other developers to start filling in some of the skeleton methods that will be in these UE3 widgets, and have them communicate with Moodle on the database, and have the server dynamically create some of the content on the page. So that's all we're doing. Any questions?
How does UE compare with jQuery as far as?
Actually, the guys at Yahoo are really big fans of jQuery too, and they've actually modeled a lot of the library after this. One thing that they added to UE3 was the ability to dynamically create objects out of DOM nodes just by adding the CSS selector string. And that's something they took right from jQuery, so it's pretty similar.
Cool.
They vary on a few things, but it's just as fast, yeah.
Looks good.